Good answer. Good answer. Yeah, except it wasn't. At all. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 dumbest Family Feud fails. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the dumbest and most head-shaking fails throughout Family Feud history. We'll be including any iteration of the American game show for this list, as hilariously stupid answers are timeless.
What are the chances of you breaking in the house and running up into your grandmama naked?
Number 10. Papa Bear. There are many different types of bear out there. Polar, grizzly, panda, but believe it or not, Papa Bear is not an official type. For this round, host Richard Dawson asks the contestants to name a type of bear. Not one to let his opponent get an answer in, this man quickly hits his button and answers Papa Bear. And quite unenthusiastically, we might add.
Papa Bear. A Papa Bear, of course.
What makes this moment so funny isn't necessarily the answer itself, but the man's reaction. He knows he messed up, but the words are already out of his mouth. We can only assume the 100 people surveyed weren't fans of Goldilocks.
I wonder where Goldilocks was. Oh, that bed was just right.
Number 9. Jose.
Give me a boy's name that starts with the letter H.
You can see where the thought process was with this one, but come on. When Steve Harvey asks contestant Anthony to give him a boy's name that starts with the letter H, Anthony slams the table and confidently blurts out Jose.
Jose.
His answer is obviously wrong, but it's Anthony's confidence that makes it even funnier. He is absolutely sure that he nailed the question, despite the bewildered looks of both Steve Harvey and even his own family. As it turns out, the survey, unlike Anthony, knows that Jose doesn't start with an H. Number 8. Pork, Upine.
Name a word or phrase that begins with pork. He say, I got this, Steve. I got this all day.
This answer has become Family Feud legend and is one of Steve Harvey's personal favorites. When Harvey asks the contestants to name something that follows the word pork, things don't pan out the way he expects. Not only does the first contestant fail to pronounce or spell pork loin correctly,
The hell is a pork loin?
but the man succeeding her then drops an absolute bombshell of an answer, Upine, as in porcupine.
Name something that follows the word pork.
Upine.
Not only is the answer gut-bustingly stupid, but Steve Harvey's completely befuddled response and resulting tangent are also now legendary.
What is cupine?
You know it's bad when your family laughs, and Steve Harvey doesn't even say good answer.
This is the greatest answer I've ever heard.
Number 7. Alligator.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator.
This is one heck of a family. During the Fast Money round, players were asked to name an animal with 3 letters in its name. And oh boy, did they not do that. The first contestant to go answers frog to everyone's amusement, and it only gets worse from there.
Frog.
His partner answers alligator to uproarious laughter, and Richard Dawson puts a hand on his shoulder as if to say, well, you tried. The contestant explained that he thought the challenge was to name an animal with 3 of the same letters, but even then, alligator still doesn't fit the bill. It's just a massive fail all around.
You don't use narcotics, do you, Bob?
Number 6. Pie and the Horse.
This could be something really good, or you about to be on YouTube.
Well, we all knew this was going to be interesting. During Celebrity Family Feud, Snoop Dogg is tasked with performing in the Fast Money round, where he has to fill in the blank, pie in the what? To which Snoop, devoid of all apparent logic, answers horse, because why not?
Horse.
Steve's response is priceless, as he legitimately doesn't know what Snoop has said, and when he figures it out, he proceeds to go on one of his characteristic rants. Well, Snoop ended up fulfilling Steve's prophecy after all. He ended up on YouTube, and we all had a good laugh.
When your brain cells have suffered a little bit, you're gonna have moments like this.
Number 5. Gynecologist.
Gynecologist.
Gotta say, as bad as this answer was, no one has ever seen a look of regret come upon a contestant's face so quickly before. After being tasked with naming a job that is dirty but someone has to do it, Rocco says a plumber. Great answer. Too bad the same answer was already taken by his Fast Money partner. Thinking quickly, perhaps a little too quickly, Rocco blurts out gynecologist, only to stand there in stunned and awkward silence with Steve as the audience and his family laugh all around them. Rocco's family is never gonna let this one go, especially his wife.
I can't even repeat it.
Number 4, Naked Grandma.
Naked, huh?
No, sorry, not Naked Grandma. It's Naked Grandma. This bold answer is easily one of Family Feud's most popular, as it's been making the rounds on the internet for some time. Steve asks the contestants to name something a burglar would not want to see when he breaks into a house, to which Rod very passionately yells, "Naked Grandma." Steve doesn't like the answer, to say the least.
When you're thinking, an owner with a gun, you're thinking, a dog.
Right.
This country dude, a naked grandma.
And then, unexpectedly, Rod actually receives the points, due to one of the answers being occupant. This has got to be one of the biggest stretches in Family Feud history, but hey, it is technically correct.
What did it? What? Why is that your answer?
Number 3, September.
During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
This answer is at least right some of the time. When host Richard Dawson asks this contestant the question, during which month does a woman start to look pregnant? She gives an answer that, judging by her confidence and quick response, might be based more on personal experience than what a survey says. Dawson is so flabbergasted by the answer that he even asks to reset the clock because he's too busy laughing to continue the game.
You have to reset the clock because I just laughed at her.
As if that weren't enough, he continues breaking out into fits of laughter for the next several minutes. Sometimes even the pros can't hold themselves together. Number 2, titties.
Tell me a part of the body that begins with the letter T.
Titties.
Well, his mother has got to be proud after this one. During the Fast Money round, contestant Eric is asked to give Steve a body part which begins with the letter T. Without a hint of hesitation, Eric says titties, with complete pride in both himself and his response. The answer itself is funny, but it's Eric's completely unashamed manner of answering that makes it so much fun. There is no smile, no reluctance, no regret. Nothing. He is completely confident that titties is a respectable answer for a family game show aired on national television, and we love it.
Without hesitation, and he saw absolutely nothing wrong.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Something that can kill a lively party. A gun.
Name an animal whose eggs you'd probably never eat for breakfast. Hamster.
Number 1, Mommy and Nana.
How about Nana?
Sheila must have been messing with Steve because there's no way these are legitimate answers. Steve asks the Patterson family to give him another way that people say mother. What follows is absolute anarchy. Sheila originally gives the answer Nana, despite the person before her saying the exact same thing. After getting another chance, she says Mommy, despite the answer already being on the board. She then gives Mommy and Nana as answers again, but pronounced slightly differently, while Steve slowly loses his sanity.
Stop clapping. What, is you trying to say it in Spanish or something?
After finally saying Mom once more, Steve just stops the game before this madness can continue indefinitely, and it very well might have.
Watch how I do this. Mommy. See that? Mommy. Now watch this here. Mommy.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.